Sweet.
All right, you can start it.
I'm Will.
I'm Jack.
And this is the Job Experiment.
Yeah.
When Jack makes me coffee on a Friday.
Yes, sir.
Part of the reason I texted you this morning is because I was like, man, I don't feel like making coffee, but I bet Jack's got some good coffee. And Nikki put that god-awful coffee in my grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you find out if she liked it?
she did. I was like, this is terrible. What do you...
No.
It's like moldy leaves. It's funny, too, because we passed the place it's from yesterday when we went to Clarence. I was like, oh, jeez. I was scared she was going to be like, let's go grab more. I'm like, no. But she didn't do that. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get some single origins in soon. I'm kind of waiting to move. I put a halt on like a lot of my subscriptions till I move. Because I didn't know when they were going to show up and stuff and just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Same. I'm kind of like... Because then you have to switch your address.
Yeah, because you're moving too. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
So what's up with that container thing? Because I thought you used to just keep
this.
your coffee in your bags.
This is how you vacuum seal it. So it's a vacuum sealed container. It's airtight. It's got an O-ring seal. But it's so cool how it works because it actually is vacuum sealed.
Yeah, what's
so
the button?
What happens is if you look at the top there, see this little indentation. What you do is you turn the lid back and forth until that little thing drops in. So there we go, it dropped in. So now it's sealed. And it sucks all the air out by doing that.
That's sick. And then you put the label on?
Yep, whatever coffee I'm drinking, I rip it off the bag and stick it right on here.
That's a good idea.
So today we're drinking Kenya Gachatha AA.
Alright. And that's from Onyx?
Yeah. It's pretty good. Oh, you've had it before last time you were here. That was like Kenya.
The last time? You didn't make me any last time.
Or last time,
When we interviewed Sam?
yeah, that time, yeah.
Okay.
When we did all three of those episodes.
I don't remember what episode that was. It's going to be episode 3. This is like episode 6 or 7.
Pretty much.
Sick. Because we're prepared. We're like way ahead. We're almost 2 months ahead.
We're getting there.
And we're releasing on Saturdays because we think that people will... It might peak listens. Somebody was telling me... Somebody just told me that they loved our first podcast of season 3.
Oh. Yeah.
They liked that we only talked about coffee for a little bit. And that the rest of it was just us rambling about stuff.
That's pretty much every episode.
I was like, really? That's like what you like? And they're like, yeah, it's more funny, comedic. So I think people like that side of it even more than our coffee.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is kind of cool. What shirt is that, dude?
Oh, it's from ASRB. But what happens is it takes the pressure off of us to come up with like specific ideas to plan out the whole episode. And we can just sit down and we have like one thing to talk about and then it just kind of...
Well, we started realizing that people liked our personalities better than coffee.
I mean, if you put it like that.
People think we're hilarious, so
Yeah.
what are you going to do? Get some.
Get some.
And that's the 1Z Presso, which we've talked about.
This guy right here. Yep.
Like 100 times. If you go back to the episode with Chris Juliana, he has their like top one, and Jack's got one. Anyways, we talked about them a bunch in that episode.
Yeah, their grinders are very, very good.
Did we have a video for that one? Or no? I don't remember.
No, we did not.
That's right. And dude, that clip about the chickens, dude, I thought that was gonna make us go viral. So many people texted me, they were like, dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah, because you're like, they also sell unique birds like turkeys. What?
And I'm like, I'm gonna buy one. Dude, I was saying about it though, for real though, like, think about that. I'm gonna raise my own turkeys for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna smoke them.
Yeah.
I kind of want to throw Thanksgiving this year at my house.
You might have to have a big party.
Yeah, dude. I feel like I would. I mean, I love my grandma and I love my mom, and I know that they listen to this podcast. But I just think I could do Thanksgiving a little bit better.
Probably could. Really spent a long time preparing.
I mean, I'm pretty hardcore on like meats and stuff, and I would
yeah.
like there would be a lot of selection. I'd probably do like a beef roast. I'd probably do a couple back straps of venison on the grill, and I'm thinking like a smoked duck and a smoked turkey.
Wow.
That's what
Quite
I'm
the
thinking.
variety.
And like like you almost don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Get some mashed potatoes in there. I like Brussels sprouts. You like Brussels sprouts?
Not really,
No.
but yeah.
I like them like baked with like bacon and stuff.
Oh, I mean, yeah. If you're doing that, I'll eat them.
They're good. They're good.
Anything with bacon,
I like asparagus a lot too. You like asparagus?
Yeah, I do, especially when it's grilled.
Yeah.
Grilled asparagus.
Like in tin foil or whatever. Do you do it with tin foil? What do you do?
Yeah, I think we lay tinfoil down and put it on top.
Jack's pretty good at grilling too.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Kills it. Me and Jack both like to grill a lot.
Yeah, it's fun.
I grill like
I like it.
like people are like, I put my grill away in the winter, and I'm
Yeah.
over here like, why? They're like, they act like it's a summer sport or something. Like, no.
I'm always posting like to my story like me outside barefoot in the snow
Yeah.
grilling.
Yeah, dude. I don't understand why. I made that reel that actually took off.
Oh yeah, with Charlotte.
With me grilling outside in the snow, and I took her out there. She was
Yeah.
like, "What the heck is this?"
That was awesome.
It was pretty sick.
Great video.
You know what's weird though? So I've had some. I don't know what viral is. I know my reels didn't go viral, but I don't know what a lot of viewership is.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot on some of my reels, like 4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah, same. Like, because we post for our BMW page sometimes,
Yeah.
and like, if you just randomly post something on Reels, it'll just blow up. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Instagram's algorithms are very strange.
Yeah, so I made a reel with my buddy on his Kubota tractor, like we were just doing a job, and I made a reel like kind of like a clip from the beginning, clip in the middle, couple more clips in the middle, different things we were doing, and then a clip of like the whole job at the end when we were done.
Mm-hmm.
It looked sick, and I did like a Luke Bryan song, and dude, it like at first I got like no views, and then like a month later I had like 6,000. It's like, I don't know if the song just took off then.
Yeah,
Because you know how the songs, like, I don't remember what song it was, but you know how the songs, like, have different, like, they go viral at different times?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't remember what song it was, though. Let me see. It was... Yeah, Kick the Dust Up from Luke Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I have a crazy story.
What?
And it hasn't happened yet, but it happened, kind of. So, Wednesday night, a cop buddy of mine texted me. He's like, "Yo, bro," and I was already in bed. I was already asleep. It was like, because he gets out super late, so he'll text. I'm a late night owl, and he knows that. So sometimes he'll text me at like 1 in the morning or whatever. And usually I'm up, but I wasn't up. I was asleep. I wake up at like 7, and I'm like, "Yo." Scaly texted me, "Oh shoot, I hope everything's alright." You know when a cop buddy texts you, it's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to open this."
Something went down.
Yeah, you don't know if you want. It's like, crap. Should I have like seen this last night? Like, am I in danger? You never
Am
know.
I in danger?
So, anyways, all he asks is like, "Yo, dude, do you know who Luke Combs is? Do you like him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I freaking love him." So I respond like, "Yeah, that's a weird question." And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I bet he's got like 2 daughters in high school. And Luke Combs played Thursday night, and he's playing tonight at CMAC.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, his daughters probably want to go, and he's probably like, who the heck is this guy? You know? Yeah. And it's expensive tickets. They've been sold out since 2020 because the concert got rescheduled for this summer.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big deal. No response. I'm like, all right, cool, like whatever. Yeah, I was like, yeah, he's freaking mint. Like, I love him. Like, whatever. And then anyways, me and Nick were driving to Letchford yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Get a call from my buddy. I answered. I'm like, yo, dude, what's up? He's like, hey, man. He's like, so you like Luke Combs? I'm like, yeah. He's like, guess what? I was like, what? He's like, I got 4 tickets. I was like, for real? He's like, yeah, you and your wife want to go? So I got
Well,
I got free tickets to Luke Combs tonight. I'm stoked to go. My truck is done from the delete. We're taking the truck. We're all carpooling. And then a buddy of ours, so then Matt, his wife couldn't go. My buddy Matt, his wife couldn't go. So he's like, you got another buddy that's in the country or whatever? And he's like, and he wanted me to pick somebody from church, obviously, because we're buddies from church. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I bet John Slomba would be really into that. He's on safety team with us and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, John was all about it. So we're all meeting at my house tonight. We got babysitting Nikki's sister. Lauren's watching Charlotte and at the
Nice.
house, and it's like freaking mint, dude. It's gonna be mint. I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Luke Combs.
Yeah, and the tickets are like $110 right now.
Dude, that guy has an incredible voice. Like, that's
He's
just...
so good.
Any song you listen to of his is just like, how?
And there's only one opener for him. The rest is him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when you look at him, you just wouldn't expect that to come out of him.
No.
Like, he's just this big dude. Like,
He's a big dude. Actually, it's funny.
Oh, man.
He's got like a really red beard like mine. In my hunting group, all the guys call me Luke Combs.
Do they?
Yeah, like in our text group.
That is true. Your beard is
And like another buddy of mine that I hunt with, every time I call him like, yo, what's up? He's like, what's up, Luke Combs?
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's
Every time, like he calls me Luke Combs, like it's his regular nickname for me. It's like,
Yeah.
just like you would call me Will, he calls me Luke Combs. Weird.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm stoked to go. Me and Nikki figured it out. We used to go to concerts like all the time.
Yeah, like all
All
summer.
the time.
You
Yeah,
guys are
like
just
every
going.
other week we were at a concert.
Yeah.
We have not been to a concert since we got married.
Wow.
It's been 3 years since we've been to a concert.
You just always had something going on.
Yeah, like something.
And then COVID last year.
And like you gotta prioritize when you're married, like money and stuff. Like, I never probably would have paid to go to this concert. My buddy was like, "You carpool and like buy me a beer and we're good." I'm like, "All right, sick."
Especially when you consider how expensive those
Yeah, I
things
know.
are.
A beer there is like $20, and like parking is like $20 or $30.
Kind of evens out.
Yeah, it probably does.
Yeah.
But if I had to pay for the ticket and that,
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
yeah. So I'm pretty lucky. I'm excited, and it's been sold out since last year. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. It'll be fun. What time's the concert then?
It's at 7 tonight. So like we're meeting up at the house at 5:30. At my house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be a freaking blast.
Perfect mug.
Dude, that's mad.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is the Kenya Gachafa AA. It's got a very, very interesting notes to it.
I like this one a lot. I don't know what it is about it.
Yeah, this one. So like when I pick out a single origin,
Oh, dude, I love that.
yeah, I always read what the notes are, because that's how I decide. Oh, I want to try this one. Because there's some that they pop that they have, and I'm like, that sounds terrible. I don't want that.
I get the brown sugar and the green apple hardcore.
Yeah, the peach, maybe a little bit.
Silky's like cheating. It's like if you make the coffee right in a Chemex or a pour over, you're usually gonna get it silky. Wouldn't you say?
No, not necessarily.
No?
This is very silky. And there's no other word for it. That's why they put it there. But it is on a lot of single origins.
Yeah. Is silky like? How would you describe silky when you're tasting it? Would you say that's like? To me, it's like that thin film that kind of rests on your tongue after you swallow. Is that the silky part that you think of? That's what I think of, but I don't know if that's what they're actually talking about.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how there's that like thin film over
It's just
your
like-
entire mouth?
I just literally picture like silk sheets. Like that's kind of like like the smoothness and how soft that is.
Yeah.
It kind of like the whole texture of the coffee feels like that.
Yeah.
I think that's where that comes from.
Okay. That
But
makes sense.
it is almost a cop out because you see that on a lot of single origins.
It's almost a cop out because I think that if you now, I wouldn't necessarily make a single origin in French press. Have we ever?
I've done it, yeah.
How is it compare? I mean, it's probably not as good, but still, does it change it? Does it make it more robust?
Yeah, I mean that's what French press is known for is making coffee more robust.
Yep.
So yeah, I actually made it with Sam like a little bit ago, and yeah, we did it in the French press, and it was this one. It was actually this one because it was like a couple weeks ago. So we made this one in the French press, and yeah, you can definitely tell a difference. Like pour over, French press,
Yeah.
drip machine. Yeah.
There's some other kind of coffee makers I want to try too, just for kicks. I wonder, do you think Chemex is going to be a fad for a while, and then like in 10 years something else is going to come up? That like they're like, oh, the Egyptians used to make coffee like this, and now it's like, what is the best way to make coffee?
I wouldn't be surprised. The coffee world is always changing. It's very progressive.
But it's kind of funny because like Chemex and French press are the two like major ways to make coffee if you're like into coffee, and they're like super old. Like they've been doing it for.
Well, Chemex is not old. Pour over is.
Pour over.
Yeah, Chemex is recently new.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Is pour over.
You think about when you talk about like a fad like that. They like Chemex, the company. They probably started not that long ago, like 10 years ago maybe, and they've kind of taken over. Like everybody has a Chemex and all that, but it does seem like a fad. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. But they're always coming out with new ways to make coffee and get different flavors out of coffee. Like AeroPress too. That's another one. AeroPress is pretty recent.
Yeah, that's another one that I forget about a lot.
Yeah.
Well, dude, the Chemex coffee maker was invented in 1941.
What?
Yep. And like made by the guy. It's literally the brand Chemex, 1941.
Yeah.
And
the
Museum of Art displayed it in 1943.
It's in the Brooklyn Museum.
Yeah, the original one is. How sick is that?
Yeah, but when did it?
Huge, bro.
Wait, look up when it became.
Look how the originals were.
Oh, okay. So that I'll put it on the screen so you can see it.
Yeah. Boom.
That's interesting. Look up when Chemex became popular though, because.
Yeah, that's pretty recent.
That's what I'm saying. And looking at that picture, that was definitely that guy's alternative to the industrial coffee maker.
Oh, yeah.
And it literally just, you can see the picture, but it's a giant Chemex.
Oh, that's interesting.
What?
They showed it in a lot of films and TV series before it really took off. The show Mad Men, Interstellar, the movie, it's in that movie. That's cool. I love that movie.
I didn't even remember that.
Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, James Bond movies, just to name a few. Yeah.
Huh.
Wow. As to this day, the Chemex is still being manufactured by the Chemex Corporation in Massachusetts.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really neat.
But I do think that it's kind of like a fad type of thing.
Yeah. But it does. I mean, obviously, we know that nobody even knew what a Chemex was like.
No. In the 40s,
10 years ago.
In the 40s? No, who had the Chemex?
No, that's what I mean.
Like, nobody.
It was probably just really specific people. But back then, I feel like it would have been really expensive to make one because they would have hand blown it.
Yeah, it's all glass.
They would have hand blown the glass, which is how
they still
Chris
do it.
bought that one.
Yeah, you can still buy them.
I think something just died.
It's just the hose, the water hose.
That's hilarious. Anyways, the hand blowing, that's still more expensive. Imagine what it would have cost back then. People were like, yeah, no thanks, dude.
Oh, yeah, they didn't have the technology to make it the way that they do now.
I can buy a coffee maker at Home Depot, all right? Which I did that one time. Did I ever tell you about that?
You bought a what? No.
Yeah.
When was that?
Super interesting.
When?
Yeah, it's weird.
What?
I didn't have a coffee maker in Buffalo. Ever. I just had a French press. And then when me and my wife got married, we were like, oh crap, we don't have a coffee maker. And I was like super anti-coffee maker. And I'm like, I'm not getting one that's stupid. It costs way too much money.
It's coffee
dumb.
maker.
I was like flipping out.
Yeah.
We're walking through Home Depot. There's a Black & Decker coffee maker for $5. And my wife's like, can I please just buy this so I can have coffee quick and easy before work? I don't want to deal with the French press. It was before I had a Chemex. And I was like, fine, I ain't using it, whatever. And then we picked it up or whatever. And dude, that thing lasted like a year and a half. $5. Super dumb.
I mean, that's pretty good for $5.
It didn't even break.
That's pretty good.
The pot broke. And I was like, oh, a replacement pot is $10.
Man, what is up with you and breaking glass?
Oh, dude.
You broke the pot of that, you broke the Chemex.
And everybody's like, why do you buy so many Yetis, Will? Because they don't break.
Yeah, but why? Like, how do you break them?
The only thing...
I think you're just super rough. You just kind of throw things around, and over time...
I'm just not careful.
Just break.
I'm not like a... I can't, like, maneuver things, like, super, like... How do I explain this?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Big man throw big thing.
I pick things up and put them down.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. I can't manipulate, like... It's really hard for me to be gentle. Actually, it's kind of funny.
Well, and your hands are like this, 24/7. So
yeah, no, I could barely do that. Actually, it's funny, dude. My wife got mad at me, like, our first year we were married, because when I would rub her back, I'd be like, oh, it's all right, babe.
Oh, yeah, you're super
And I'm,
rough.
like, pushing her over. She's like, that is not great. Because I'm like, it's all right. You're all right. And I'm, like, freaking giving her a massage. And she's like, I'm upset. Not, whatever. Or,
I don't want a massage.
Or whatever. I don't know. Or she's tired. And it's like, and I had to, like, dude, I had to really work on that. Okay, well.
This is how much pressure.
I'm like, barely touch her. And she loves that. But I have to, in my head, dude, that is like, I'm like, go slow.
Yeah, you're just, I think you're just rough. Like,
I'm just like, yeah.
But I respect it because you don't care. You just throw things around like, yeah, screw it. Let's just do this and this.
It's like when I cut off my wheel well while we were plowing. I just got mad about.
I forgot about that.
Did I take the Sawzall or the chainsaw?
This is the Sawzall.
Alright.
But dude, literally in a church parking lot, halfway through plowing it, we weren't even done in the church. You just stopped. You're like, just a second. You didn't even tell me what you were doing. You just open your truck door, get out, pull the saw out, and then you just go to town on it. Just cut it right off. It's like, what is going on?
I had a. Looking back,
that was crazy.
It was like this terrible thing. So I had these fender flares on the back of my truck. It made my truck look way better than it does. It was my old truck.
Yeah.
Because there was like a big dent and there was like a lot of rust in the wheel well, and the fender flares really hit it super well. Well, they like would come off while I was plowing, and so I had come up with this plan before the snowstorm, and I like drilled holes in the fender because I was like, whatever, it's already rotted out anyways. And then I ran zip ties through.
Right.
From the inside and tried to hold it in tight.
I remember
but
that.
They kept loosening up, and then it was like flapping around everywhere. And then I got sick of it, and I cut all the rust off in the middle of a parking lot.
It was like a big chunk that he cut right out of it.
Oh yeah, you can see it still.
Yeah, and he just took the piece and just threw it in the bed of his truck. All right, let's keep going. We gotta plow this. I was just like, what is going on? Like, no warning at all. You just got out and
I do that a lot, and I realized it later. I'm like, oh man, like I didn't tell him what I'm doing.
But I just think it's hilarious. I mean, it's because you just never know what you're gonna do.
I do that to my wife by accident a lot. I'll be like, I'll just hop out of the truck, just start, and she'll be like, what's going on? What's going on? Is everything okay? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, no big deal. Just gotta take care of this. She's like, what?
Don't worry about it. I'll be back in a minute.
That happened one time when I stabbed that porcupine.
Wait, what?
Wait,
I didn't think I heard about that.
Never heard of this story?
You stabbed a porcupine? With what?
A knife.
You got that close to a porcupine?
Oh, dude, I had quills all on my arm. You've never heard this story?
Well, was that at camp?
Yeah.
I think I've heard it, but I forgot.
It's a crazy story. I don't think I've ever told it on
here
before.
Yeah.
I've told the story so many times. So, a bunch of us... So, like, I was in a car with, like, Nate Curletta and Allison Larder, I think. And we were on our way to John Amy Palmer's property, just for the night, bonfire, whatever. We were all on staff for a rental group. It wasn't like camp season, it was like a rental group. And it was when I lived there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ian and Olivia were following behind in their car. Or I guess at that time it would have been like Ian's car, because they were dating or whatever. And I think Isaac was in their car or something. And then, so like we're going to John Amy's property. I see a porcupine. I try to hit it with my car or whatever. I didn't get it. We get back to the property, and I'm like, if that porcupine's there on the way back, I'm getting out. I'm killing it. And everyone's like, yeah, well, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. You won't do it.
You won't.
You know, like, Will's crazy. There's no way he's doing that. John Palmer's like, I bet he's going to do it. Anyway, so John Palmer is like, yeah, Will's probably going to kill this thing if it's in his way. Yeah. Bro. I see a huge porcupine on the way back. Right, you know when you go over the bridge into camp?
Yeah.
It's like right there.
Okay.
I'm like, psh, I got it. So I run it over with the car.
Yeah.
It doesn't die. I see it start crawling. My tire started going low because it got quill in it.
Jeez.
I got mad. I hopped on top of the porcupine that was trying to crawl away.
Okay.
And I stabbed it to death. And I got
in the middle. Was this so this was in the middle of the road?
Literally, Ian has a video of me stabbing it to death.
I've definitely never seen the video.
Yeah. Because he was like filming through his car. He's like, Will just went insane. He's like, I was wrecked. Like when I was 18, I was nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts. Can't believe anybody let their kids.
Okay, yeah, but okay, where was this? Was it like in the middle of the road? This happened where you stabbed it?
Oh yeah.
In the middle of the road just at night. So you just can see by like the headlights of the car.
Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm just like,
that's insane.
Kill this thing. And then the rest of the night I'm pulling quills out of my hand and stuff. It hurt so bad. Because did you know that quills are like barbed on the end?
Yeah.
So when you're pulling them out, it's like tearing more flesh out.
Mm-hmm.
That sucked.
And that's why you don't
pulling them out with a Leatherman and stuff. Oh.
Dude, that's why you don't stab a porcupine with a knife.
Yeah. Well, it was dumb because I had an axe. Should have used that.
Yeah.
Well, then we go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like laying in bed, and Ian's like, it's all dark, and everybody's like just laying. We're all like in the same cabin and stuff. We're hanging out, talking a little bit, and Ian just goes, "Hey, Will.
Oh no.
I bet that porcupine's not dead." I'm like, dude, it's definitely dead. Like, it's dead.
You went back out there? Oh my goodness.
I'm like, dude, it's definitely dead. Like, I killed it. And he's like, no, dude, it's definitely still alive. I bet it crawled away. And I'm like, no. He's like, yeah. I grab my gun, go in my car, drive down there, shoot it in the head, bring it back.
You brought it back.
Left it on the porch. And then I storm in my cabin, and everybody pretended to be asleep. And I was like, it's dead. It's on the porch. I shot it in the head twice. It's there. And I have a picture of it.
Oh my word. I don't think we can show this on the video.
Oh, really? So I have like an album of, let me see.
All the animals you killed?
Yeah, it was like...
Oh my goodness.
Animal.
He's searching animal in his photos. And there's like hundreds of results that pop up.
Like dead deer.
How many bodies do you have?
Alright. So that would have been... Killed a raccoon there. Dude, I was insane.
Yeah. Right when you, like, between the ages of like 16 and 18, you were just a wild man.
I really was.
You just were running around hurting things.
Like, I was insane.
Yeah. That's an understatement.
I can't... Oh, here it is. Found it.
Oh, that's big. That's a big porcupine. I didn't know it was that big.
Dude, I was not kidding when I
Yeah, we could probably show that, because there's no, like... I
got another quill in my hand here.
Send the first one to me, so I can put it on the episode.
All right.
Yeah, that one. That's a great picture. At least you're wearing gloves in that one.
Yeah, so I learned my lesson at that point.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. So, anyways, killed a porcupine with my bare hands. I don't know where we were going with that, but that's what happened.
Yep.
And that's dumb. Don't do that. Use a gun.
And that's how serial killers are born. Start torturing animals. Stabbed it with a knife, went back and shot it in the head twice.
That's so funny, dude.
It's funny because, like, you've, like, since then, you've just completely mellowed out. Like, you wouldn't do anything like that. You still do crazy stuff, obviously.
Yeah, but, like, even, like, I saw a rabbit in my yard last night. And I was like, and I thought about killing it for a second. And I'm like, no, why would
See?
I do that?
Will is growing
But
up.
dude, when I was like 15, 16, 17,
You would have
18,
ran after it in the
19,
woods.
gone. Yeah, I would have thrown stuff at it. I probably would have just killed it with a gun or bow or something.
Bare hands.
I remember, yeah, I used to just like shoot squirrels off my roof. You remember that?
Yeah.
There was one time, I was like naturally stupid good with like a pellet rifle. Like,
You would just shoot everything that moved.
yeah, dude.
Basically.
There was this squirrel that was on a stump literally like across the creek, and me and my brother were sitting on the roof.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, hey,
I
bro.
remember you telling me this
I
story.
was like, bro. I was like, I'm going to shoot that squirrel. And Caleb's like, no, dude, you can't hit that. Well, if I do, you'll...
Dude, that's far.
I was like, if you do, you're walking down to the gas station getting a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Of course.
Because that's what we did back then. Bro, right through the ear and out the other side.
Sniped him.
Yeah. Because I remember the pellet rifle, it was like only pumped 10 times. I used to pump it like 30 times. Pump it till I couldn't pump it anymore.
Yeah.
And then just like full send. And it went off like a freaking crack. It was sick.
Yeah.
I still have that pellet gun too at my parents'.
Yeah, you were just a wild kid, dude.
Yeah.
And like you always had like airsoft guns that you would just like have like posted up in your window just waiting for people to walk by. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I still don't like it, but I used to torment kids that smoked cigarettes.
I remember this. Yeah.
Like high school kids would be smoking cigarettes and they like walk by and I'd be up in the pine tree and I would like start shooting them with airsoft guns.
And you had like this airsoft sniper rifle that you would use.
And it was like spec'd out.
It was like insane. Like that thing would leave marks.
Yeah, my brother still has a scar on his cheek
Yeah.
from when it
But like
indented.
that's what you were using to shoot these random people.
Yeah.
I wonder how many of them have like permanent scars from that.
I just remember the kids was taking off like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah, because they couldn't see you. You're in a tree.
Yeah, I probably had ghillie suit on too.
Oh, of course.
I was in deep. But yeah, that's how I rolled. I've just like redirected my like energy into like things that could be useful like one day or like hunting. Like I try to like that was the problem. I think that if I didn't really have family members that were in hunting except for my uncle who was in Canada. And I think if I'd had a family member that was into hunting and could take me out, I think it would have like redirected my interests a little bit more.
Yeah, probably.
And just like kind of like gave me a purpose. Because there was a lot of stuff I was really good at and into that had no like purpose or direction.
But has everything to do with hunting.
Yeah.
Like all those things where you were like learning how to hide in trees so people couldn't see you.
Yeah, I was super
useful in hunting.
I was super hardcore about it.
Target practice on squirrels and stuff, obviously, transfers to hunting. Like
my poor friends that would come over, I'd be like, all right, you're going to come look for me in 20 minutes. And they're like, what? And I'm like,
oh
you have to find me.
The tracking game was the best game ever created.
My brother one time was like standing on us.
Yeah.
And we were laying.
Like for real.
Yeah, like for real standing on.
Because you and me would like watch like these videos of like these like trained
actual
Marines.
like sniper Marines.
Yeah, and they would play this game, and they would go out. First thing they would do, before the clock starts, they would go out and build their ghillie suit with like the local terrain, and that's what we did.
Yeah,
we would go out back.
We like put ferns on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like and completely blend in with the surroundings, dude. To the point where your brother was standing over top of both of us and didn't know where we were.
I remember him like just like looking out like. Where the heck are they? Him and Sam.
He was like singing to himself. Of course.
Him and Sam were so mad.
Oh, I know.
And I was like, we're gonna destroy these kids.
Me and Will were like barely like controlling our breath so that
we
you wouldn't notice.
We were so into it.
It was crazy.
It's super useful though.
Yeah.
I would like if anything freaking hit the fan and like the UN or something ever came over or something like I don't know. All those skills I think would just like come back to me.
It's like riding a bicycle.
Yeah, dude, I'd be in. I'd be in hardcore. I'd be like, all right, let's go, let's roll out.
Yeah, dude. Disappear in the woods. Forever.
That's kind of my plan. So, but yeah, we were super into it, and like we would like lay down in like piles of leaves, and like we'd like paracord on our ghillie suits, so we'd like like little strands that we could tie like branches.
Yeah, and there's like
stuff to.
netting all over it, so we could like weave like
Yeah.
whatever into it.
And it like kind of like laid flat, but like when you laid down, some of the ferns would like stand up and stuff. It was pretty intense.
We spent hours building those things.
Yeah, we used them all the time.
Just building a ghillie suit, and then we would bring them to. I remember because the Reams would have the bonfire once a year. We would always bring all of our stuff, and we would just like.
We were
go
so
out.
hardcore. People were like, "Man, you guys are really into capture the flag."
And nobody would find us.
Yeah, we're like, "Yeah, we're super into it."
Because Will and I would literally crawl like an inch at a time, and it would take us literally the entire game to get to the flag. But we would get it without anybody noticing that we had gotten there.
Yeah, there would be like
and
people standing guarding the flag, like, "Geez, when's this game gonna be over?"
We're just like right there. We just grab it, and then we don't move for like 5 minutes, and then we move like an inch.
Yeah, and then they'd be like, "Crap, the flag's gone," and we're like
Yeah.
right there. There's no idea, like looking
like
for
running
us.
around.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did stuff like that a lot.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a freaking blast. And like chapel picnics and stuff. We'd just like go up. We'd be like, "All right, Mom, bye, Dad. Like, we're going out to the park." They're like, "All right." My parents just like let me do that.
I know. Yeah.
They're like, "Well, nobody's gonna try to kidnap Will." Like,
Because they can't find him.
yeah, that's a guy.
Plus, even if they did, it wouldn't end well for them.
I remember my mom being like, I was like, "Aren't you worried about kidnappers?" She's like, "Not with you." She's like, "I'm worried for the kidnapper."
For real, though, honestly.
She was like, "Even if they got you, it'd be like the worst thing they've ever done."
Yeah, like, what would they do?
Probably end up having to kill me.
Yeah.
Or they just drop me off somewhere.
Yeah, this kid's not worth it. Get him out of here.
He's like stabbed two of our guys.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, like, with you always had, like, weapons hidden everywhere. Like, you had knives in your socks and your...
And that's really never
Pockets everywhere.
really never changed.
I know.
It's just gotten a little bit more like
My goodness.
specific. Like, oh, this is for this, this is for this, this is how I carry this. Like, it's more planned out, but I can buy stuff that's like
Yeah, that's the biggest difference.
organized. Like,
Yeah.
I used to just be like, oh, that's sick. Like, I wish I could buy that. I'm gonna try to figure out how to make that. Like, I'd watch them on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
And I'd watch the guy, Dave Canterbury or whatever, the Wilderness.
Oh, yeah.
He still makes videos, bro. It's crazy.
You watch them all the time.
I still, like, will pull up a video by him, like, once in a while, just be like, what's this dude up to? I think he actually makes pretty decent money with his, like, school. So.
Dude, if you think about it, though, like, back in the day when we were doing all this stuff, if we had started a YouTube channel then, I mean, we would have been so famous at this point.
That's like anything.
Honestly.
We probably would just gotten viral for, like, kids who made ghillie suits. Like, people would
yeah,
be like,
literally.
that's insane.
And, like, if we had figured out a way to film playing the tracking game, that would have blown up. I mean,
Yeah. Well, and I was watching really cool. There was like these airsoft players in Scotland that I watched.
yeah. They would
It
do
was
that.
like Phantom TPS or something. They'd have like it'd be literally just snipers. They'd have teams of 5, but they'd go out for 3 days.
Oh my
And they would
goodness.
camp and stuff, and they had ghillie suits, and like the Webtex concealment vest that I bought was the one that they had. It was the one that had like all the straps and stuff with the mesh to like weave stuff into.
Yeah.
And then they, yeah, so that's what and they were like hardcore, dude, and they were like grown adults.
I think you might have shown me that. Yeah, that's insane.
They were intense. They were like camping out. They were in like
Yeah.
teams of 5 or something, and they had this huge area that they played in, and it was like insane. But over there, they can't own real guns, so.
Yep, so it had to be airsoft.
Yeah, it's like when me and my buddies go out and like do stuff like that now, it's like we're like shooting at steel targets and stuff and
Right.
doing a little bit more practical training.
Yeah, it's
Sick.
definitely different now. Now that we have like money, we can buy like legit equipment and stuff.
It's like, oh, Magpul makes one that's like way nicer.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have to try to make it myself with duct tape.
Exactly.
Check.
Yeah.
There's actually this company called Graymatic. It's sick for anyone really, and it goes to the back of your seat, and it's got like. They have a bunch of attachments and stuff. Like you put a fire extinguisher
yeah.
on it.
You showed me that.
Yeah, it's sick. I had a buddy who bought one.
Yeah, because I think last line of last line of defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Because he had one of those, I think, in his Tacoma.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's giving away that Tremor.
Is he? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike with Last Line of Defense. Dude's the man.
Yeah, his trucks are so sick when
His
he builds them.
overlanding stuff is so
Oh,
cool.
it's nuts. Dude, if you go camping one of those, that'd be the best. Oh, wow.
Dude, I followed a Honda Pilot page where people have like converted
Why?
their pilots to have
No.
rooftop tents and
No.
stuff.
Not okay.
Well, I was thinking about getting a rooftop tent for Nikki's Honda Pilot.
Why, dude? That's just not. That's just wrong.
Because then you could like
Can't do it with
it'd
a
be
Honda.
way comfier. Well, I can't do it with my truck
I mean, yeah.
because I
guess-
need my truck.
yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like that's the point I'm at. I have a
Well,
buddy.
not that truck. You could. Dude, if you build that into some overlanding rig, if you cut that to a flatbed and then turn the flatbed into like some tent contraption or something, dude, that'd be nuts. That'd be crazy.
That'd be sick.
It'd be a sick project to build. And like you build like cabinets and stuff, drawers for like all the equipment, camping gear and stuff. Dude, that'd be so sick.
That would be pretty sick.
And that truck would be so cool. Like,
yeah, especially because it's a diesel and stuff. Like it'd be pretty mint.
Yeah, dude. Driving that into the mountains to go camping for a weekend. Yeah,
Run it down. That'd be
That'd be-
sick, actually.
it would. For real.
It'd be sweet. I want to get a rig like that eventually.
It's expensive to build
Yeah,
anything
it's so
like that.
expensive.
That's
To
the
me,
problem.
to me and my wife, have talked about it. And we're like, well, it'd almost be more practical for us to buy a camper, because I can tow it with
yeah.
any of my trucks.
And it pretty much costs the same.
Yeah, it does. And the camper has like built-in AC and all that stuff. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
You got everything.
yeah.
You got a toilet and a shower.
Yeah.
It's like...
And because
crazy.
I was like, man, like Nikki was like, you should start doing some out-of-state hunts and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I really want to, but like, they're pretty affordable because like I already have the gear,
Right.
and the tag is like $50 for like a deer tag in Ohio or something, because you only get one tag, and you get your out-of-state license or whatever. So it's like 50, maybe $100 or something for that, and like PA is like the same. Those are the two places I would go first, because like in Ohio, they have really big bucks in Ohio, like huge.
Oh,
And
bad.
so I would definitely go out to Ohio. But I was like,
Sweet.
the cost comes in like, okay, you want to go for like a week to make sure you get one and stuff,
Right.
because you're spending all that time, or at least a long weekend, so it's like 4 nights. Hotels are expensive, so that'd be like $400-$500 plus fuel to get out there, plus your tag. Then you're probably over $1,000 for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And food. But if I had a camper,
Yeah, it cuts that in half.
yeah, dude.
At least.
And if my family could go with me, then it's like a family vacation. Dad goes out hunting in the morning,
Yeah. They
and
just
like the
chill
kids
out
are
by
playing.
camp.
The kid, my wife, and stuff are playing at the camp.
Yeah.
Maybe I go out again in the afternoon.
That'd be sick.
It would be sick. And then like a couple of my other buddies who have trucks and stuff are talking about getting campers too. So that might be something. That's probably that's like in the 5-year plan.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would be sick.
I could tag along to filming it.
Yeah. I only want to do it like if I'll do it before buddies of mine do it, but I really hope like buddies of mine do it too, because it'd be cool if you could go with other families.
Yeah, by yourself is like, I mean, it'd be fun for the first time, but if you wanted like a tradition, that'd be a lot of
That'd be way
fun.
more fun. Yeah,
Yeah, like once a year. whatever.
Isaac's been talking about it. I know he's talked about eventually getting a truck so he could get a camper or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it'd be a blast.
it's a big investment buying something like that.
The nice thing is like I already have trucks, so it's like I'm already like
Yeah.
halfway there.
Yeah,
Where it's like, oh, like that's just like an added reason for me to have a truck. Where it's like I don't really need an added reason, so it's like whatever. But
yeah. But having one, like you're saying, it would be so convenient because everything you need is right inside there. You got plenty of room for storage.
Yep.
Everything.
yeah, dude, I think it'd be mint.
You got a bed in there. Oh man.
Yeah,
A kitchen. A lot of them have like nice kitchens too.
I
Like
know.
a stove and
Some of
everything.
them have like TV rooms, like
Yeah.
like a little family room with a TV
Man.
and stuff.
That'd be
I think it's a
blast.
little bit over the top.
Well,
Like I think
yeah.
see for me it's like okay, if I'm going on vacation for a week of work, like I work outside in the freaking heat all summer. If I'm going on vacation to go camping, I want to like be comfortable, but at the same time, I want my kids to have the same experiences I had,
right.
where it's like, yo,
You're roughing it.
yeah, you sleep by a campfire, sleep in a hammock. Even when we went camping as a family, like we just had a really big tent,
Yeah.
and eventually me and my brother got hammocks and stuff. We were sleeping in our hammocks, but
It's definitely different.
So, like, Nikki was like, yeah, well, the kids aren't going to sleep in the camper. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
She's already made that decision.
Yeah, she was like...
Nah, they're on the road. They're
yeah,
outside.
she was like, they need the experience. We've had the experience. I was like, all right, cool.
It is different, yeah. Like, sleeping outside, like, on the hard ground or in a tree in a hammock, like, it's just different.
And then if I go to Lilo, I can just take my camper and stay in it.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
If I'm on staff or whatever.
Just off by yourself.
Like, yeah, I'm the main chief or whatever. I got my camper in my truck.
Yeah, that's legit.
Got my Netflix.
Got my Netflix. Yeah, seriously.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it would.
Be a blast.
Might have to.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Another episode of the Job Experiment, guys.
Yeah, another one in the books.
Check out our merch.
Yep.
We're not trying to push it hard, but I think that some of the styles are really good. I really like the shit that just says Java.
Yeah,
I
he's been posting it on our
super
Instagram.
clean. I just really like that one
Stencil.
specifically.
Yeah.
I put it on Pinterest too, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was like thinking about it, and I'm like, I feel like a lot of our viewers
Are on Pinterest?
are on Pinterest.
That might be. I don't know.
Because you can like look up like coffee shirts on Pinterest, and it's like all the shirts come up and stuff. And then
That's
they
a good
link to
point,
their
yeah.
website, so I have it linked to our Teespring.
And it is like an artsy type
Yeah.
of feel. So that is actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I know it's like kind of weird. I like Pinterest because I look at it for like tattoo ideas and stuff, and like I look at it for like house ideas.
Yeah.
And
I'm working on that cigars and coffee shirt, but
I have
taking a while.
I have it, and then more like this. See how it's like, you know.
yeah, coffee stuff.
If it involves coffee, whatever that shirt is.
Yep.
You know, that one's the same tattoo as you have. So yeah, and then like you click on it, and it takes you to our, like, to buy it.
Our Teespring site, yep.
Yep.
Dope.
Takes you to our whole site. I thought it'd be a good idea because then they see all of our other designs.
Yeah, that's perfect. The tank top.
Yeah.
I like that one too, the one with just the mug.
I like that one a lot too. I think I'm gonna get the hoodie.
Mugging.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the hoodie version of that, and then I want to get the stencil t-shirt.
Because I think the best t-shirts, designs, and stuff are the ones that are the most simple. Because that's the type of thing that I would want to wear. Like, literally, the shirt I'm wearing right now just has a freaking box on it. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's like in
I like
right
that.
now, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm into, like, the minimalist type of stuff like that, so. But yeah, check out the merch store. Check out our Instagram. Check our link tree. Has all of our links. And yeah, this was a video episode too, so if you're listening to this, check it out on YouTube. In the beginning, you'll be able to see me making Will's coffee. Yeah, it's been another episode of the Job Experiment.
yeah. Out.